Hi and welcome back to Mountain Aromatics. Today I would like to go over some Animalic Aromas. So I picked most of the ones that I think you can pick up at creatingperfume.com. The ones that are carried there are here. I'm sure there's some more, but these are the ones I've chosen to go over. Thank you to Carlos. I see you out there. I hear you. So I hope this is helpful. What I want to accomplish is I've put a drop of each one of these on the test strip. That's why it's really important to have test strips, because let me just start with it. This is Fire Co. Tree Moss. It is a leathery wood animal aroma. It's supposed to be like a tree, a mossy. When you smell it here, it smells, you can detect that moss, but I can't detect wood really, and I cannot detect the leather. However, when you smell it on the test strip, because when I just smelled it right here, I'm smelling it from the headspace. So it only has that amount of room for those molecules to get out and escape. But when I put it on the test strip here and I smell it, way bigger. Like all of the molecules, because I put it all the way across, all the molecules have more area and more room to expand and let go. So here I get a really nice wood. I can detect the wood and I can detect the leather here. It is, believe it or not, really clean. It's a clean wood. It's a clean leather. It's not an old leather. There's a place for old Italian leather, but there's also a place for new Italian leather. Can you tell, like Italian leather? It's the good, to me, it's the good stuff. But here I can detect the, to me, it is 1/3 wood, 1/3 leather, and 1/3 of the moss. Very clean. That's why this is one of my favorites, especially when I need a little bit of an animalic smell and an aroma. This is one of my go-tos, but I have to say I really like the leather as well. I love the leather aroma. So, but very clean. And the wood is a creamy, soft wood. It's not like a harsh, fresh cut wood. It's more of a soft, rounded, creamier wood. And it smells a little bit like the forest floor just after the rain, so everything is clean. That's what that smells like. It's really nice. One of my favorites. I really enjoy it. On to the next one. The next one is Costas Olfac. Costas is from IFF. Remember, all of the, if it says Olfac on the end of it, strawberry Olfac, Costas Olfac, it's from IFF, International Flavors and Fragrances. That's a company. That's what it means. That's kind of what I've gathered. I could be wrong, but anyway, Costas is a root. It is, actually I'll smell it from here first. It is buttery. Crazy, I know. It smells like butter, not from the refrigerator, butter has been sitting out for about an hour at room temperature. So super soft, but it has a cool I say cool feeling to it. I know that's weird, but it has a cool, bright, very clean smell. And you're like, why is this with the Animalic? Because Costas, this is an aroma chemical. You can also get Costas root oil, and that is going to be much more animalic. This is more, I think, well rounded, creamier, softer than the natural Costas root. But this one, although the Costas root is buttery, I will say the natural is, from what I've read. I have not smelled the natural. But this one, you know, it did say animalic, but I don't get an animalic aroma to it at all. I get a really soft butter. I know that's weird. It's just crazy, but... And here I get a tiny bit of a yellow floral, and that surprises me. I don't understand, but that's what I'm getting. Less butter on the nose here. So even though I say butter and you're doing fragrances, don't not try this. Don't step away from this, because that's the whole point of putting it on the test strip. It's actually really beautiful. Super clean as well. Just not what I was thinking of at all. I have not played, to be honest with you, I have not played with this one in a formula yet, but I totally will. And I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use it with florals. I'm gonna use it with wood, because those are the ones this is going to go well with. I can already tell. So I hope that's helpful. Next one is Animalis Hypo 27 Tech Cinerome. Long name. But now this one, smelling from the headspace, is definitely animal. If you've ever been to the zoo or, good grief, out in the wild, and you have smelled or touched a wild animal, and it's like, you know, its hairs, it looks like their hairs are soft, but their hairs are really much harder and coarser than you would imagine. And being up that close and smelling the animal that hasn't taken a shower, I'm not saying it smells like poop or anything like that. I'm not. But just not clean. And they smell like, wow, that smells like a wild animal. That's what this smells like. It's what it has a harsh aroma. But of course, you know, you're not supposed to put this much in a small formula. It's just some drops that you put in. And a lot of these will last. This one, for example, is 400 hours. It's going to last a long time. It's going to be a base. So you and because of how harsh it is, you don't need to use a lot of it. But it definitely smells like the name. It smells like an animal, but it smells like a wild animal that just has not showered. And then this one actually on the test strip smells exactly the same. Very interesting, but it does. It smells very much the same. I think the only thing that I get, crazy, cornmeal. I know it sounds crazy, but it smells like fresh ground cornmeal with animal. I know, just bear with me, but I'm telling you what it is. But I've used this, and it actually is very beautiful when you know how to use some of these that are just crazy. This is one of those that is just, it's crazy, but when you put this with some florals and think the yellow flowers, and then one other one that's a little bit different than that, jasmine. I've done it with jasmine, and then I've done it with some of the yellow flowers. You're like what? Gosh. Let's see. I'll have to get back with you on that. Let me think about it for a few. But I've done it with some of the yellow like narcissus, which is pretty spicy, but it goes with this. You don't have to use a lot, but it's really nice, and it is very furry. How is that a descriptor? It's a descriptor. It's very furry smelling. There's fur to it. Okay. And my dog is just being ridiculous. It's crazy. Anyway, the next one is Castoreum Absolute. This is at 10%, and you see how dark it is? If you get your Castoreum at 100%, which I'm sure you will, you need to dilute it. Fair warning. Do not open it and smell it. As sure as I say it, you're going to do it. So, whatever. But fair warning, it is nasty. It is disgusting. It's so gross. But dilute it down to 10% and it's a different story. Not much of a different story. This is one of those, I'm telling you, there's a wide range with the animalic smells. This one, I'm going to give you some descriptors. It smells like dirty feet. It smells like dirty feet. You know, I'm not going to apologize. It smells leathery. Crazy. But a clean leather. How do you do? I don't know. It's crazy. But it smells like a clean leather as well as dirty feet. It smells like poop at a zoo. It smells like poop at a zoo. What animal? I don't know. It doesn't really matter because it's all the same to me. And then this one, there's a lot going on here. Dirty. So at our zoo, it's crazy. At our zoo, a lot of the monkeys are in a big building and you have to walk through the building and that kind of stuff, whatever. And when you walk inside that building, it has an aroma of monkey and monkey fur and monkey poop and monkey pee and all that stuff. That's what this is. I get that as well. And I'm going to just go with this now. Okay. Totally different. Not, well, I take that back. Not totally, but it is different. Because, crazy as it may seem, I still get that leather. I get the monkey nasty smell is like 5% and in the background. And I swear you can call me crazy if you want. There's a little bit of floral in here. There's a little bit of floral. It's too hard to even detect if you make me say, well, what kind of floral? I don't know. I would say an old rose. A dried rose. There you go. It's a dried rose. Leather. Way amazing. Totally different. And look, I just put these drops on right before I started this video. So they haven't been sitting here for an hour or 2 hours or a day or whatever. It's new. So it would still be really strong. And that is why just try me. Test it. Put some on a test strip of whatever you have. And smell the headspace and smell your test strip. Totally different. And that's why you have these. It's just very different. So I'll just go ahead and say right now, it's the same thing when you have... Oh, I put it up. Oh. When you have a finished formula in a vial. I'm going to go get one real quick. I just am. Here we go. Okay. When you have a formula in here that's finished and you take this off and you smell it, you're just smelling the headspace. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you use your test strip, it's going to be completely different. It lets it bloom, and some can be similar and some can be completely different. And that's why I'm doing both, especially with this type of stuff that's, I don't know, it can be really strong and just different. The next one is Amber Animal Base Accord. This one I went over before in another video, but it fits in here. So the amber in here is beautiful. I had no idea I loved amber, but I figured out a few months ago that I'm like, whoa, I really, really enjoy amber. It's very soft and warm. Warm is definitely the word. And it has a little bit of clean animal in it as well. This I've come back to. I think I told you I put it on the shelf for a little while and then I picked it back up recently. This is one of those you can use with wood, you can use with leather, you can use with your masculine colognes that you want to do, but it really works with florals as well. That may be surprising to you, but try me. Telling you, it really works wonders with florals. It goes really well with it. So here, the amber is taking a little bit of a backseat, and the animalic smell is coming forward some, but it's very clean. It's very sophisticated. I can give you a formula right now because I already have. Every time I smell something, I'm like, oh my god, and I can make a formula in my head with it. Put some tobacco in here. Put a little bit of rose. A little bit of vanilla. A drop or two of the orange blossom. And sandalwood, and you got your formula right there. Oh, it's really good. Really nice. So to me, this one again is a little bit different. Not too different, but a little bit different on the test strip here. So the next one is lactoscatin. Lactoscatin, that's the name. So it's a complex, I'm going to just read what it says and then I'm going to tell you what I think. So it's a complex animalic note like ambergris, civet. Civet is that cat, and that's where they get that animalic note from. They don't do that anymore. It's illegal in the US. And musk. It gives opulence to gardenia and tuberose. And when you're trying to make a civet or a castoreum, you can, like an accord, you would use this, and it will help with that accord if you're making that accord. So now I'm going to just try the headspace here. This smells like a cat. Sorry, I'm laughing. That's the first thing that came out of my mouth because that's what I smell. It smells like a cat. It smells like cat fur. Cat fur. I didn't say cat poop, I said cat fur, so that's good. It's cat fur. Actually, it's like a cat that just had a bath. It's really nice. It's furry, but really, really clean. This one's really, really clean. I'm just picturing a cat now. Metallic. I get a metal as well. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I do. Oh, I think I put it on my nose. This one keeps changing the more and more I smell it. Yeah, that's most interesting. Here, it really... Same. This, to me, it's almost no different on the test strip than it is from the Headspace. Except for when I keep smelling it. There's even more different notes. A note of rubber. A clean rubber. You just bought something and you took it out of the package and it contains rubber and you smell it. That's what I get. Brand new rubber. I don't smell the fur anymore. I just smell metal and rubber. I do. Very interesting. I will say, like I said about that one other, I have not used this one in a formula yet. But at least you're getting to know. The other purpose of me doing this is to give you descriptions because it's online and you have no idea. You can read descriptions and whatever. And hopefully this helps you because I'm smelling them two different ways and gives you more information and what they smell like. But I guarantee you the first time I use it, I'm going to go off of that gardenia and tuberose, and I will use it with that first. So I will use it with the floral. Again, it's only so this, when you use something like this, just start with one drop. Even, you could do two other things. Get you a couple of small little vials like this, and put one drop of this in here and 9 drops of IPM or perfumer's alcohol. Then get another one of these and put 5 drops of this and 5 drops of the other. So do a 50% and a 10% and smell them. And then whichever one you like, use that in your formula. So you don't have to use this at 100%. So you have 3 different things you can choose from. So that's an option with things like this. That's one of those things where I hope this type of video is helpful for you. So next one is Sylvanone Supra. This is from Givaudan. I think that is a Swiss company. Oh God, watch me be wrong, but whatever. Okay. This one is 400 hours. What's weird is it's supposedly a middle note, like it could be the heart of your fragrance. This one is clean, but it really is musky. It has more musk smell to me than a animal smell as opposed to this. So this is more musk. Let me just read it and then I'm gonna go over my stuff. So it's sweet, powdery, animalic, musk, and it's good with wood and amber and gives body and lasting effects. So that's why the 400 hours, that's why it gives you a lasting effect. This definitely would be good with wood and amber for sure. So now I'm going to smell it on here. The powdery comes out way more on the test strip than it does here. So I'll just tell you, personally, I don't like the powdery stuff. I just don't, but that's me. But some people love the powdery smell. This is the most powdery of all of these, for sure. I'm not going to say that it's completely clean, like some of the other ones that I went over where I said they were clean. This one isn't quite as clean. It's more musky, And in fact, I think that's the category that I would put it in more, is musky with a little bit of animalic aroma to it in the background. And I'm going to say probably about 10% animalic, and it sits in the back seat to go for the ride. But this is very nice, and you could put that with wood, the amber like it said, but this will go really well with, I don't care what kind of floral or what direction of florals you go in, this will work with it. It's really nice. It's awesome. So I hope this was helpful, and hope I gave you some ideas as well as to how to use these. So I appreciate you joining me. Thank you again. And if you want to click like, if you like this, go ahead and do that. And also, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks.